Thursdays, that's when the office has meetings. I mean,
There you go.
Exactly, and that's what they said. And, you know, I think this is gonna change society. You know, we might be, I know piecemealing is harder to keep track of, but, you know, I believe this situation is going to change a lot of things. And I believe a lot of people are gonna be working from home from here on out, which will mean less gas is purchased, which means our liquid fuels money is gonna go down. I would be surprised to see that when this is all over. Now that everybody knows they can work well from home and function from home, I won't be surprised to see that be the new norm.
And to your point, we're still looking at probably 80% or more of the roads in that development getting resurfaced. If you go all the way around the perimeter and a couple of the cross streets still, I was just talking about the two that had very minimal work, and you know, I hate to see that. If you got a road that doesn't have a crack in it, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
oh,
That's the way I look at
it's
it.
to the point that like that. I mean, those are just two so minor roads.
Yeah.
That's gonna just change your prices. At this point of the season, right now to do it this year, because you have your bid specs out. Next year, if that's the way you want to roll, that's great. We can do it that way. I can set it up that and basically, I talked to a few of the contractors. I talked to Martin's, which does oil and chip and blacktopping. And he was in conjunction with some of the agreements that Mr. Mitchell just said. Hey, this road you probably should pave. These roads, we can oil and chip. The only thing is if Martin doesn't win that bid, then you have two contractors bidding that. To which you would put it out as separate bids. We will do this road in a pave, these roads will be oil and chipped. I can't do it like I did this year or the year before that, we put the whole development down. I would have to break it down individually by a road's end. And that's great. I mean, we can work from here forward doing it that way. Like I said, the only thing is you're gonna will eventually possibly feel the brunt of citizens that feel they're been cheated because you paved their neighbor's road and you oil and chip theirs.
And I'll just counteract that by saying just the opposite. How about the one that said, why'd you pave that when there's not even a crack there? And look at this other development, it's got cracked roads and seal all over it. So I mean, you can go either way on that.
Yeah, the only thing, and if you remember, that's what that one gentleman said when we were in the development. You pave a road, you're gonna get at least 12 years where you shouldn't have to do anything major to that road.
Yep.
You oil and chip that road, you're looking at 5 to 7 years, you got an issue on that road again.
With the discussion here, it sounds like this year the bids will be less to do the whole community. So we leave a couple roads not done, so we come back a couple years later and do those roads, we'll end up paying significantly more to just do those two roads.
Exactly.
So I think, as of right now, in my opinion, wait and see what the bids come in at.
Okay.
I agree with that.
And just one question, did Lisa readjust Penn bid? Did she get that ad alternate in there?
We did get the addendum in that the road project bid due date was extended from April 6th to April 27th.
I sent an email out that you should probably also put an ad alternate in there to split the two developments up.
Okay, I have not yet seen that, so.
What do you think, RC? RC?
Wake up.
I'm wide awake, I'm just thinking through. One of the things we need to think about, and these are the difficult decisions we're going to have, is the intent of that 5-year roadmap that we put in place last year
That's right out the window.
for the road improvement projects was because we had not done that for 15 or 20 years. So by letting those road projects slip, you get to the point where it's the law of diminishing returns, meaning that the cost of then going back in and repairing that infrastructure and those roads, when you haven't done the maintenance on them, is going to be horrific in the future. right? Again, I'm just trying to balance. I completely agree with what everybody has said. There's value in all of it. The bigger question we have to address right now is Penny's 100% correct, and I agree with her, in that we've got to figure out, or we've got to decide as a team, what are we going to do, or I should say, we've got to decide as a team, what are the impacts going to be? And then, once we figure that out, we're going to have to take a calculated guess on that. And then we've got to I think we need to roll that back into that 5-year plan of what are the roads we're going to work on, and do we work on those roads or not? Or is it delayed 14 or 18 months? Or do you do some of that work now while taking advantage of the low oil prices, the low work that these guys may have to do, where you've got some really aggressive pricing out there? It's not an easy decision to make, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, this definitely requires some more thought and discussion, and unfortunately, today is the 16th and bids are due on the 27th. And to make any changes now, I think is a little bit past the game.
Yep.
So I think we just need to see what these bids come in at, and I think this is a lesson well learned. From now on, we will definitely be breaking up our bid packages, that things will be separated out. We'll have them bid everything as a whole, but then bid everything in pieces as well. So I think at this point in time, we just need to wait to see what these bids come in at and go from there.
Yeah, Benny, I agree with you. I mean, we got to get that data right now to see what it looks like.
Yeah, but you're absolutely correct, RC. That road plan that we had, I think unfortunately is going to have to be totally revamped. And we're just gonna have to sit back this next year and wait to see what unfolds and how life is going to be from here on out.
Okay.
It's changing.
Yep.
It's changing. Okay.
Do you want to talk about the patching or that we saw?
Oh, Chris,
Yes,
Old Homestead, that patching that was done last fall, that was a special deal, wasn't it?
that was a special deal,
Well,
and that failed for miserably.
It failed
Yes,
miserably, because they did Ridgeview and even some other places, and it held up, but that didn't hold up at all.
yes, we, and we had did that when Scott was still here, and we had got a good price for fall. We found out you can't do it in fall. I mean, what we did earlier in the year,
Oh, it held up.
like you said, held up beautifully. You did get a little bit of whipstone off of it, that
Not much,
some came
though.
off, but I'm thinking that it just did not get to sit long enough when we did it in the fall, and then we had winter, and basically the plows just peeled that all right up. Yeah,
We didn't
so,
plow that much, though.
that winter we might have. We plowed more that winter than we did,
Oh, okay.
because that's actually,
Wasn't that just done last year? Wasn't that last fall they did that at Old Homestead?
yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah.
It's just, for some reason, it did not knit.
Could we go back to the contractor and discuss this?
The contractor actually then, I did have him out and I did show him, and then he threw his driver under the bus on it, basically saying he should increase the oil and stuff like that.
Oh.
And
So this was work that was just done last year and it's already fallen apart?
Yes, terribly, terribly, yeah.
Well, I don't care who we threw under the bus, that's their responsibility.
it was, it just did not knit the stone. I mean, you have
I
areas
know,
where.
yeah, you did have enough
just-
tar.
Just the
I would
tar.
like you to follow through with me on that, and let's get together on that, because, yeah, that needs to be addressed. Yeah, I was unaware of
Yeah,
that.
because it's, the whole development stinks.
There's places where you could see the patch was like right near an intersection, cars coming around a curve would kick all the stone off, but then once they straightened up, the stone's pretty much all still there.
I mean, we didn't even have a hard winter.
No.
No,
Yeah, but you go out here on road and head over towards Reinhold's?
Mhm.
No, I'm talking, yeah. And there's places where they did it on that road there, and it's on the turn too, and it's beautiful.
all the stone's still there.
Yep, they're all there,
Yeah,
so it was,
Yeah. Who is that contractor?
AMS.
Okay, you and I will get together after the meeting to address that.
because that whole
situation.
development, whatever they did, didn't hold up, and when I saw
Yeah,
that.
Peggy, that sounds like an application problem by the
Yep.
contractor.
Exactly, and if that was just done in the fall,
Yep, but it's
6
all.
months, yeah, we're not gonna sit still for that.
When the stones came off in certain places, RC, you could see the cracks that were underneath there
They weren't even filled.
didn't even have any material in them.
Mhm.
And that's the whole purpose of putting the patch on.
Yeah, you're right, yep.
I don't think we got our money's worth with that.
No, it was a special deal too, but I think we still got, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's on your schedule the next couple weeks, Chris?
Just taking care of the roads.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of ditches and stuff. Once we get caught up with all those roads, we have a little bit of paving to do. Of course, we don't know how soon anything will come about with opening the pool, but that'll be a quick, whatever we're doing to get the pool up and running.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we're in the same boat there in Denver side. Yeah, who knows what's gonna happen? We don't know what the orders are gonna come down yet from the governor or anything else.
I heard last night that the stay-home thing will end the end of this month.
Okay. So it's a matter of everybody's gonna be rampant. When that stay-at-home order gets dropped, I mean,
They'll be all out running.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
List of bills, Jeff.
Here it is. Jeff's prepared now. Okay, on the general fund, we have $212,622.85. The hydrant fund, we have $15,435. The streetlight fund, we have $13,041.31. Traffic impact fund of $8,296.40. Total all funds, $249,395.56.
Any questions? I'll make a motion that bills be paid as presented. Do I have a second?
And that,
Okay, have a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no.
Aye.
Motion carried, thank you. Land plan.
Okay, let me jump in here for you. So the first one is Wabash Landing Phase 2, their final plan subdivision and land development plan. And all this basically is, gentlemen, is they submitted a letter asking us to extend that deadline. So the letter, they just want to extend that deadline, which would take the plan of action until July 24th, 2020. So if you'd like to consider that, the motion would be Wabash Landing Phase 2, a motion to accept the 90-day time extension offer as submitted by the applicant's consultant dated April 9th, 2020, which will extend the deadline for action on the Wabash Landing Phase 2 final plan subdivision and land development plan until July 24th, 2020.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried, thank you.
And there's only one other item for action, and that's another simple thing, Luther Care. They are just submitting their stormwater management agreement and easements for to be signed. So if you'd like to take action on that, the motion would be to authorize the Board of Supervisors to sign the stormwater management and easement agreement related to the 58 South Reevestown Road Stormwater Management Small Project Application as prepared by the township solicitor when executed by the applicant and submitted to the township.
I'm looking for a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, if we could just add to that previous one, it's also under the name of Cocalico Christian Brotherhood. Those are the people that purchased that property, just for the record's sake.
Yeah, it should be under that.
Okay?
Christian.
Brotherhood.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Thank you, Tony.
Good catch, Tony.
Yep, just so we're all on the same page. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
maybe we should get a hold of Becker and ask them to change that.
Yeah, they should change it.
Okay.
Resolution 2020-04, proposed extension of real estate tax due date.
So what this is, gentlemen, is the county, many people have asked about the penalty date if they don't pay their taxes on time, and the entire Lancaster County is asking all townships, boroughs, all municipalities to pass this ordinance, or this resolution, which would extend the period in which the real estate taxes may be paid at the base rate by adopting a penalty rate of 0% for 2020. So they are asking that this would be done. This really isn't going to affect us all that much because most real estate taxes are paid in the beginning of the year, and we only have a little bit dwindling in at the end. So I'd say 85% of our real estate taxes, if not higher, already will be coming in this month. So this really isn't going to affect us, but nonetheless, the county is asking for this, and that would extend that penalty deadline date. They were going back and forth, either November 30th or December 31. So in our resolution, it says it's to be determined, and I gave them the option of both dates.
Well, let me just add to that, in a typical year, we get that many at the end of April, taking the 2% discount.
That's correct.
This isn't a typical year,
That
so
is correct.
it'll be interesting to see what actually,
And there are going to be residents out there that, you know, would have said, well, if I would have known that, I would have waited to pay my taxes, but then a lot of times that's already in your mortgage and your escrow, so it would have been paid anyways.
right.
Yeah, most of them are escrowed.
That's correct. So,
Okay, I'll make that motion.
so the
And
motion would,
I will second that. I think this is important.
Yes, I do too, very much
I do as
so.
well.
Okay. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you. Martin text amendment.
here to answer, Mr. Chairman, that's, you know, I think a lot of this next couple stuff will be put on hold for quite a while.
Yeah.
So nobody is here to represent that. I have not received any emails or requests for that, so we're just gonna keep
Table it.
rolling that over.
Table it. Yes, I agree.
I agree.
Old business.
So the first thing we have, I don't know,
Chris,
Scott.
Chris has his hand up.
Sorry.
Do you need me for anything else? I don't have an agenda, so I don't know what,
I do.
No.
okay.
Unless the Reevestown pool, you don't need to print out discussion. We can do that now.
Yeah, we'll do the pool now.
Okay,
I was thinking in the beginning of next month, opening it up.
okay.
Can I have the water turned on?
Do you want it for the beginning of the month, or?
Look, yeah, how do you, I was thinking beginning of the month, sometime during the beginning of the month.
Okay. I will contact the authority.
So to our residents, we're just jumping out of order a little bit. We're talking about the Reevestown pool, which is under old business, continued discussions.
Because it'll take a month to clean the pool up. I'll talk to you later then.
Okay.
What are your thoughts as far as an opening date? Normally it's Memorial Day weekend.
I'm personally thinking now, I saw Hershey Park says that tentatively they're opening beginning of June. So tentatively now, I think we could look at, we're opening the beginning of June and reevaluate later on. I've been contacted by different people about, oh, the pool gonna open this summer. So there's pent-up demand for the pool, I know that much. So,
So tentative date, but subject to change.
yes, the beginning of June, yeah.
Is it something,
What?
is it something that, our next meeting is scheduled May 6th on a Thursday? Where, you know, we'll have more information
should,
about
yeah.
moving forward, where
Yeah.
we can put a more concrete date in
Yeah,
place
I think
on,
so.
on when that'll happen.
Or the second meeting in May too also, yeah.
Well, at May 6th, it still gives you more than 3 weeks in the month of May. Is that enough time for you to get that open and be ready early in June?
It takes,
How fast the water cleans up.
it takes a month to get the water cleaned up. It does.
Yeah,
But
but, I'm
it's,
sorry, Alan, but just for clarification, Jeff, I thought last time we talked, you were working behind the scenes to go ahead and get the pool ready to open, let's call it from the normal opening date, right?
Yes.
And then we would decide,
yeah.
okay, so that work is still being done in the background.
Yeah.
That's a little what we're talking about now, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Also, the municipal site is set up already, so people can buy tickets for the season. I just like it to get out there that we tend to open it up in June.
That's the intention if everything
Everything works
works out.
Yeah.
We're still in limbo land, I guess, at this time.
Okay, so maybe what we should do, what do you guys think? Maybe what we should do is say that we have a tentative target date.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Well, I think
Is that okay, Jeff?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay,
You know,
so,
as you know, the tentative target date for, whatever the date is, and that's pending as we get more information from the state, other municipalities, CDC, or whoever it may be.
Yeah. Our tentative target date before was the 3rd of June, because the school had half a day on the 2nd, so our target date was open for the season was June 3rd.
What day of the week is that?
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
so you're keeping that date?
Yeah, because, no, the only reason I'm thinking about this is just so you know, and for the residents to know, it's like, I'm trying to get some sense of normalcy back for my kids.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna be important for a lot of people.
Yes, yes.
And, you know, that's one of those things that's like a normalcy item that the kids look forward to.
Yeah, I agree.
So what do you think, like, the school ended on the 2nd, so we normally would open the 3rd for the summer, so tentatively say that's when we're opening, as looks like right now.
Subject to change.
I'd love to have it open the Memorial Day weekend, but I can't say that now.
I think that's a
I think
push.
that's aggressive.
Yeah.
I think that's aggressive as well, and right now, with only a couple days, that's only a couple days difference from when you do open.
Yeah,
and
but
we
it's 2
won't,
weekends.
we won't have to adjust our pricing.
No.
So
No.
anything later than that, if people have already paid in,
Yeah,
we're
they won't
gonna put
adjust the
ourselves in a
price.
credit situation.
Yeah. It's 2 weekends we wouldn't be open. So, okay,
Sounds good to me.
so tentatively we're open on the 3rd.
So do you want this on the next agenda, or? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later then.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, emergency service radios.
All right, so on that, I don't know, Mr. Aki, are you still with us?
Yeah, I almost fell asleep there about Christmas.
Oh, come on, now be nice.
I did not hand out your information on the radios, but do you want to kind of fill the board in on what we decided yesterday, what our plan of action would be?
Yeah, I could do that.
Thank you.
So I didn't get to talk to all the fire chiefs in depth. We are all in agreement on what type of radio we need. I'm speaking as more so the chief of Jamestown at this point, saying that we definitely have a need for these radios. However, we know that everybody is on certain financial distress at this point. We understand that you don't know how much funding you're going to get in. So we don't want to let them go by the wayside, but by the same token, we also are not dying to these radios what we have to have today. So I guess our thoughts are we have a lot of other funding issues coming up. I don't know if you're aware, but we've used low band paging in the county for many years, probably since the 80s or 90s. They're eliminating that low band paging system because they can't get parts. It's an antiquated system, and it's becoming too expensive for the county to maintain it. So that being said, we're all required to switch to a P25 paging system, which is a new digital radio system, by the end of 2020. That's going to cost East Cocalico Township, and funds will come out of our relief association, and that's $50,000 to $60,000 coming out of that just for those pagers to equip our guys. We also have to look at air packs are going to be due for us next year. Then we're looking there at a tune of about 200 and probably 80,000 for the entire township to replace our air packs. So that being said, we want to work with you. We'd like a commitment on the radios that you would purchase them for us. However, we're not saying we need to order them today. I think if we had those radios and we're able to deliver them, within a year from now, I think we'd be in great shape. Or by the end of the year, we see a financial partner event that you would, come back and work with us to get us those radios. We did our due diligence. I think I shopped the radios. We've gotten our price down. I think it's $26.8275 per radio. And that's down the Motorola. I believe when I calculated the Motorola radio that the police department had purchased, they're up more close to about $46 or $47 each. So we're saving $1,000 per radio, and we found absolutely no difference in the transmission and receiving. We would be looking at a 10-wood radio. I believe the PD bill at Motorola. We could justify that expense because they function exactly the same, and the reception is equal on all radios. So we're looking to Kenwood what we want. So I guess we're willing to postpone, or I'm willing to postpone, as long as we could get some type of a commitment that you're behind us, because we have a lot of expense and our fundraisers are going to be off. So we have a lot of issues to deal with also being volunteer, but we're going to lose a substantial amount of funding. So that being said, I think that's where we stand. We'd like a commitment. However, we're willing to wait on the purchase if that makes sense.
If we wait in the purchase, will that price hold?
I believe it will on all radios, other than on the Kenwood, I believe that would hold. I can get a firm commitment if they would hold that for all of 2020. I doubt whether they would hold it into 2021, but they probably would hold for 2020.
Yeah.
The Motorola, one of the things to keep in mind on the Motorola radios, what we're purchasing is a single band radio, which means it only does a certain amount of megahertz huge need for that, so the single band radio, saving that money is to our advantage, I believe.
So in essence, what Scott's saying is, their money and their relief money is gonna be tied up in purchasing the new pager systems and their air packs. So right now, they are looking at 12 of these radios at $26.85, which is approximately $32,500. As I just said before, doing our due diligence, I'm leery of spending that money right now, and if we could postpone this a little while just to see where we fall, I think that would be the wise thing to do. That's what I think.
And I personally, I want you to do the wise thing for the community and township.
Thank you.
So I am more than willing to postpone. I would just like to know that down the road when the money is available, so in 2020 or early 2021, that we would still be, you would be behind us to get those radios.
Yeah.
That would be my intent. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
going
me
to speak
too.
for the other board
Yeah,
members.
I agree too, because we want you to be
Yeah,
able
it's our seat. When we talked about this a few months ago, I thought there were dead spots in that system. There's some critical points where your guys can't communicate, right?
There is, yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna be, this is my opinion. I mean, you're the professional, right? But I find it unacceptable you guys can't communicate in those areas. That's kind of scary. I think this is one of those purchases that we probably should be doing and helping you do immediately because of that.
Well, and I'm going to let you that up to you guys. You're the business people of the community. What I'm telling you is that the radios would be advantageous, but I do understand the financial implications to the township. And we've been doing this now for 5 or 6 years, so I believe if we had to wait till the end of the year, I don't think that would break our line of communication that we've had. So I think we can deal with it. One other thing in this whole picture, though, is, when the county built this radio system back 5 or 6 years ago, maybe longer than that now, there's a tower that was supposed to be put up that in Adamstown Borough. They've opted out of that tower. It may be advantageous for the township to write a letter to the county commissioners and explain to them that, you think you got the short end of the stick. That tower and the radios we have are perfectly fine. But if the county shortchanged those because of the cost, I think it's $250,000 cost. So they kind of said, like, Northern Lancaster County doesn't quite matter as much as Central Lancaster County. That's my opinion on the whole thing when they shortchanged us on the tower. And they are well aware of all the dead spots in this end of the county.
Okay, what's the wish of the board? I think we should send a letter to the commissioners, for one thing.
Maybe we should take a bus trip in there and talk to them.
Well, unfortunately, so many people like our police department have already purchased new radios to do this, so.
Yeah, my concern is very simple. It's not simple, but my concern remains this. It's the liability of our firefighters not being able to have spots where they've got dead spots. That just, quite frankly, it scares me to death. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I think it's totally unacceptable.
Yes, and just let me explain one more thing, RC. And in these radios, it's really, communications is a complex thing. But we also, on all of our radios, have a channel that is called Simplex, which takes us off of county communications radio band and puts us on basically a walkie-talkie system.
Right, yes, I know.
We talk up to a mile and a half. That's a system. Okay, that has done us well. So if we reach a huge problem on the fire ground, we will switch to Simplex. And we have that,
appreciate that.
Okay.
So,
We'll table this to the next meetings?
we will table it, but I think what Mr. Aki is asking for his fire station and the others, that the board at least commit to this purchase
Yes,
for them.
for the year.
And maybe have a formal motion on that. Are you ready to, board to do that?
Can't tell with masks on, can you?
Yes. I'm willing to do that.
Yes, I'm ready to do that.
Okay, so let's make a motion that, between now and the beginning of the year, once we're able to examine our financial situation, but tentatively, the way things look now, the board is ready to commit to the purchase of 12 Kenwood radios for our fire companies, with an approximate cost of $32,500.
Okay. I'll make
I'll
that
make
motion.
that motion.
You made the motion?
Yes,
Okay. I'll second it. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Aki.
All right, thanks, gentlemen. I'm gonna get back to work unless you would have anything else for me later in the meeting.
Stay safe.
Stay safe and be sure to thank everybody for all their service.
You bet, will do. Thank you.
thanks, Scott.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, PennDOT brake retarder state roads request.
And there again, gentlemen, for that one, the brake retarders, the electric charging station, and the bus services to low-income housing, as well as the recreation board fundraising. I'd like to keep them on the agenda, but table them until we get a little bit more normalcy back.
Okay.
Is that
You okay
okay
with-
with everyone?
I'm okay.
Okay, RC?
Yes, yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Reamstown Pool, we discussed that.
All right, and now we're up for Ken.
Ken, MS4.
Yes, we did the school children's contest for designing the storm drain markers. Markers warning people not to dump stuff into the storm drains. We had a total of 39 entries for the contest from the 4th and 5th grade in Reamstown Elementary School. And from those 39, I selected the 3 that I thought were the best, and then I sent those along to the Board of Supervisors for them to vote on. And we have the results. Unfortunately, on the video right now, you can't see the screen, so I'm going to try to move the laptop over here in front of the other laptop so you'll be able to see them.
And I think if you shut those front lights off, the glare on that monitor, I'm looking at it, then you might be able to see it.
Actually, this seemed to work pretty well. Yeah, that's good. So for the winner for the contest, we had a design that has a fish on it. Scrolling down, the winner was William Saporetti from Mrs. Hagel's 4th
There you go,
grade.
perfect.
And this is the design. I'm going to have to shrink this down if I can. There.
You can see it clearly.
There's only rain in the drain and then drains to stream. And so that's our winner, and William will receive a family pool membership for the 2020 season for this. Also, the 3 runners-up for this this was Kara Hoffman, who had a Dolphins, was pleased no dumping drains to waterways. And the other entry was from Genesis Figueroa, also in Mrs. Hagel's fourth grade class. It says, "Only rain in the drain drains to the bay." And so those were the two runners-up and our winner for the storm drain contest. And that's about all I have to report right at the moment for asphalt.
And how many total responses did you get again?
39.
That's great.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. There are a lot of really nice ones. It was hard to sort it down to the three best. But I'm very pleased with it. I think the marker that we're going to end up with is really going to look nice.
Now,
Jeff, and that,
you'll be starting on that process then of getting them,
Right. What has to happen now is this design goes over to Boost Aluminum. They send it out to another company that actually makes the mold that the aluminum is cast into. Then when they get the mold back, then they'll cast the aluminum to make the actual drain markers. And Boost is currently shut down because of the COVID-19, so there's going to be a delay on this.
as is the die maker?
I don't know about that yet.
Okay.
I haven't contacted them to check. But, so there will be a delay. The school isn't likely to reopen this school year. It's been closed by the governor. And so we'll probably, we're going to prepare a plaque for William, and hopefully by then we'll have them installed, and we'll come over to the school if we can do a presentation sometime when they're having an assembly.
Yeah, great, good.
Would be nice.
Thank you.
Ken, in that plaque, I'm just thinking, we should also get one or two of these extra drains to the stream.
Yes, we'll
Give
have
one to him,
the,
one to the school.
yeah, we'll have the marker on the black plaque.
Okay.
All right. Very good.
The other question I have for you is, it's for Jeff and Alan. I think what we should do is see if Ken puts a thank you letter to the kids, right, and the teachers, and probably mail it out to the participants, and probably have Ken and the three supervisors sign that. Okay. I know it's a lot. That's why I was asking 39 letters, but I think it'd be a nice thing to do.
Is that possible to get addresses? No.
Probably not good to do that. Probably the way to do it would be to address
The
a letter
teacher.
to each of the teachers
Correct.
and address it to the students through the teacher.
Yeah, kids' addresses, that's something.
Yeah, I would address it to the teacher.
And they're out of school.
Okay, and they can hand it out to the kids.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
That might not be till fall.
Fall. Managers
Yeah,
report.
right.
Manager's report is, I've been reporting to you on a daily basis. Is there any questions that you had on anything I have reported to you? We are moving forward and back in the financial office. Pieces and parts are starting to come together back there, and I did make headway with the accounting firm, Diana Reeves and Associates. They have contacted me. I've sent them some information to start the process. I have started writing the advertisement, so I need to get that taken care of. So things are moving forward. It's just not going as quickly as I would like, but unfortunately, there's fires that I need to put out, and that's where my time has been. So, but happy to say, people are getting paid, bills are getting paid, so it's coming together.
Okay, thank you, Penny.
You're welcome.
Yes. It's been a monumental challenge working through that. With being treasurers, working with that, it's not been easy, and you've been a big help in putting that all
Thank
together.
you, I appreciate that.
If
I could, I would like to, just really thank my staff that's been here as well. Tony and Arlene have both really stepped up to the plate. Tony has taken over some of my manager duties, and Arlene has been instrumental in working with me back in that office. getting accounts payable in and just working through some things that I've been finding. So just a big thank you to my staff.
The Donna Reed thing, we did prove that, right?
You did,
Yeah,
We
yes.
didn't announce it though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We didn't announce,
Not needed.
yeah, I think we did a motion last meeting, didn't we?
I think we did do a motion to accept that.
Executive session, was that?
Yeah, no,
I believe it was. I believe you made a motion to
So-
accept her.
Okay, we did a motion
well, we
last.
did a motion to, not to exceed
Exceed,
the
yeah.
$3,000
Yeah,
for
right,
the
yeah. That's a good
preliminary.
question, yeah.
And she came back under that,
Yeah.
and, so I moved forward with
That's-
that.
You got it.
Any comments, RC?
No, no,
Okay. Okay, thank you, Penny. Public comments, any public comments?
Ken, any comment?
People can call in, people can call in. We're gonna recess to executive session. Our next meeting will be normally held, hopefully, tentatively, Thursday, May 7th at 7 o'clock as normal here. And hopefully everybody can attend, so. As of now, okay, now we'll recess for executive session for personnel matters. Thank you.
Henry, I'm gonna switch over on the phone.
Yeah, I'll give you a call on RC.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
We're gonna take a couple seconds, okay, thanks.
Yeah, and then, the camera's still on.